Warning: the following video contains a lot of adult language and not be suitable for younger viewers. If you do not want to watch this video involving all the swearing and sensitive language and hearing, please click off the video now. Viewer discretion is advised. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chaos MOX, and today we are, if you saw my recent couple of videos recently on my channel, I reached 400 subscribers, and for this is my 400 subscriber special. And what I'm doing today is showing off all my NOAA weather radio collection. Basically, all the radios that are in service today, I will be showing you. Now, also in this video, I'll be paying a tribute to Michael, aka Clay Ranger 143. You'll see in a few parts of the video, like some elements and some memories, nostalgia for anybody who is a Clay Ranger 143 fan. But yeah. But I'm gonna introduce I got a few friends in this call right now. I'm gonna introduce. So let's get started. So I am here with.
Wait, by alphabetical order, do you mean by our actual usernames, or do you mean by our actual names on Discord?
Your usernames.
Because
SPC-9467, I guess.
Alright, and Thunderbuddy 01.
Yes, these two devious mother truckers. Yes, I'm trying to be PG friendly, children, and even though kids don't watch my video. But anyways,
Wait a minute. You didn't make your channel for kids.
Oh wait, what the fuck am I doing then?
Well, there goes his cleanliness.
Anyways, forget all the deviousness. Well, you're gonna see a lot of it probably in this collection video, but yes.
What do you expect for an ER?
Anyways, this is my 400 subscriber special, and this is gonna be a fun episode of
Fun.
Nope, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Anyways, if you're probably wondering who are these two devious people, well,
We just said our usernames.
no, I'm just trying to explain a little background history for new viewers.
Oh, okay.
SPC Ashland is actually an EAS enthusiast, as well as a. I don't even know. He's an interesting person I've met, and if you don't know, obviously this is the Gaming Kingpin.
I have two channels.
Alternative channel. This is his alternative name, but you guys probably haven't seen Thunderbuddy 01 much on my channel, except a few times. But Thunderbuddy 01 is basically a EAS enthusiast, radio collector, and just overall a devious person I've met over a few months.
Yes.
I will provide both of their channels in the description below, so go subscribe to them. They'd appreciate it. But, this intro is going to be going on for long enough, so let's get into the radios, shall we? Alright, I am back after some major technical difficulties with my recording system, but I'm back. And we actually got joined by another guest, so why don't you introduce yourself?
I am the woman of radiation.
If you people don't know who this is Radioactive Girl 00. And if you're familiar with her, she's from Clay Ranger 143 scenario, Radioactive Queen.
Yes, hi, that is me.
She makes her debut on this channel. Wow. Anyways, welcome back everyone to the first radio of my weather radio collection 400 subscriber special.
Can I just announce the fact that we have officially introduced all of EVR to Chaos MOX's channel?
Yes, that is a good point because now you're probably wondering where's Clay Ranger 143? Well, he's a busy man, so and also the last time you saw Clay Ranger 143 was on my double unboxing video of the Radio Shack 12-262 and the Midland 74-210. But besides all that, let's get into this. Let's get into this video, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first radio will be basically the first radio I've gotten over the journey of my 1 year so far, almost a year. This is the Midland WR120B. Now, it's not the newer one. It's the older WR120.
It's basically the it's
Yeah.
not that old, but it's basically a version behind the. Who the frick is calling me?
You know what? I'll probably add that as a blooper. But anyways, I got this radio on Christmas Day of 2019, basically last year. And this radio has basically been the oldest, I think, in the collection so far. You hear the button beeps and everything.
I have no idea who that one was.
Okay, oh well, let's do a quick alert test. Everyone covered their ears.
No.
Yep, that's
It's not that bad.
the alert test on the WR120B, and we'll be moving on to the second radio, so stay tuned. Alrighty, we are on the second radio. This is the Midland WR300 version 8, and if you're wondering, this is basically the newer 300. Everyone, I think everyone in here owns the version 8 300. I don't know if radio does.
I do not.
Oh.
Yet.
Yeah, because...
Yeah.
They're easy to find now.
Yeah, especially on Amazon or Midland's website these days.
I got mine straight from Midland's
And no...
website.
Anyways, I am not sponsored by Midland Radios, so don't sue me. Anyways, shush. Anyways, I got this. Oh wait, hold on. I got this radio on May 27th of 2020 this year. This radio is basically, I would say it's not too bad, but the only problem with this radio is the menu lag. Jesus Christ, the menu lag though. It's so bad.
It's like half a second behind each time you push a button. It's kind of annoying.
I would ask Nick.
Or if you enable the AM or FM
yeah, which
capabilities, it takes like a solid second. Just
yeah,
to switch.
I am not going to turn on AM and FM because YouTube don't like that. Anyways, Nicholas, don't you have any complaints about the menu lag as well?
It is as bad as the WR120's menu lag, if not worse.
Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So you have, like, watch. It takes forever. Anyways, let's do a little quick siren test on the 300, shall we? Here we go. Yeah, that's the 300.
It's essentially the WR120's alert tone,
but
but
sped
it's
up.
a little faster.
Yep. But let's move on to the next radio in my collection. Let's do this. Alrighty, we are back, and now we are on the third radio in my collection, which is the Midland WR400. Now, this radio is very interesting. Actually, key fact, apparently there are 3 versions of this radio, what I've heard from Thunderbuddy 01.
Yes, there are actually.
I think I have the version 1 because I have on the back, right here is the USB slot. Yes, you can charge your phone with this radio. That's saying something.
Don't you mean micro USB slot?
Yeah, I meant to say that, but anyways. Besides all that, the other cool things about this radio is not only it's a weather band radio, it's also AM and FM, and the light display though, oh my god, it's beautiful. If I go to set events and go to edit events, as you can see, look at that. As you can see, it looks really beautiful, guys.
You're just saying that to rub it in.
Anyways, let's do the alert test on this, shall we? And go. But that's the 400. It's
It's like the WR120, but it's also like a mixture of the older versions of the WR300 as well as the 100. It's basically all mixed together.
Yeah, also the color symbolizes, the similar shape of this radio and the color symbolizes the prototype of the version 0 WR300, which I'll probably put a picture in the corner so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Version 0?
Yeah, there was a, actually, Nicholas, you can explain.
I know there's a prototype, but I didn't know what version it was called.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the version 0 is basically just like a prototype WR300. It was never released to the market.
Yeah.
But essentially this prototype, it had a black finish. It had a very, very cluttered screen. It also had the warning watch and statement lights, kind of like what you see on the older 300s, which I actually happen to have.
Yeah.
I know.
But anyways, I also got this radio on June 3rd of 2020 this year, but let's move on to the next radio, shall we? Alright, the next radio we'll be taking a look at in my collection is my fourth radio. My first, actually, and only handheld so far, the Midland EH55 VP. I got this radio on June 6th, not June 6th, good try, I tried, June 8th of 2020. And this radio is basically an ordinary handheld. Basically, it's like an HH54 in disguise. Looks like it. And I believe Nicholas actually owns the EH55 as well.
Yeah, I do own an EH55, but let me tell you that it is literally just an HH in disguise. There's nothing different about it.
It's a version 16. It's normal. It's out of the 54 BPs. Basically, it's like a disguise radio, but it's really reliable if you have it on travel mode. If you're like, basically travel and all that stuff. If you're out in the wilderness, all that, this is helpful. Unless the battery's died, it's oof.
I'm pretty sure most enthusiasts have that radio by now, despite it either being an EH55 or an HH54. I have the actual model of the HH54, and mine's also a version 16. So
yeah, but
mine also with a charging cradle.
I'm not even gonna judge it, but anyways, the radio also. Sadly, I wish it did have AM and FM. That would have been a good feature on it, but it has a travel at home button right here. If you can see it, it says travel and home, and the siren sounds very interesting. The siren's very interesting. I'm actually gonna play it just for this purpose. Here's the siren test of the the EH55 VP. My mistake.
They're technically the same thing. It's almost like a telephone going off.
But it's not like it's not like the Emerson Research.
Yeah, you haven't heard a radio that sounds like a telephone until you've heard the Emerson Research CKW 2000.
If you don't know what that is, guys, I'll also put a picture in the corner to let you look at it. But besides all that, this radio, the EH55 BP, great radio, and yeah, not much else to talk about, but it's a very also good starter handheld radio. Very good starter, but all that, let's move on to the next radio in my collection. And now we are on my fifth weather radio, the Sangean CL100. Now, I got this radio on... Anyways, I got this radio, just ignore the caveman back there, but anyways, I got this radio on June 16th of 2020, and this radio, all the radios I've ever had, this is the best one, by far. And you can just say that to any other EAS enthusiast, they really enjoyed it. Just like Thunderbuddy 1 says, that the Sangean is actually a pretty decent radio, it's actually pretty good as well.
Yeah, it really is.
But... there's a lot of features on the Sangean. Good DXing. It could save a lot of, like, you know, alert logs, just like the sometimes the 74210 and the 300 back there. And the Recon. Besides all that, also the cool thing about this is the siren on it. Now, you could do a siren test on, like, you could do first, mostly these radios. You could do warning, watch, and advisory sirens. So, I'll demonstrate right now. So, let's do the warning tone first. Watch. And advisory. Now, I'd highly recommend keeping this on low volume. Just saying.
That thing is loud.
Even if it's on low, it still sounds like it's on high. Now, if you put it on high mode, rip your speaker. Rip your speaker if you put it on high siren mode.
Yeah, quite literally rip.
Not even probably a couple of weeks, your siren will be dead. Or your speaker. Also, a lot of cool things I love about this stanchion is it's basically the way it looks. It's really beautiful. I kind of love when I got this because it was really helpful. It's actually a lot of help also catching monthly tests. It just depends when. But overall, I think this is a great radio, and guys, if you're looking for a radio to like basically looking to upgrade or start off with and looking for DXing, this would be the perfect radio to start off with.
Be advised though, it is a little bit pricey.
Yeah, trust me. If you go on any listing like Amazon, eBay, or anything, it is expensive. Luckily, I got mine It's like refurbished, but it's brand new. But I only got it for like $45. But it was worth it to me. But yeah, let's move on to the next radio, shall we? Alrighty, we are on my 6th radio. This is the Radio Shack 12-519. Hold on, let me just take out my camera real quick. Yep, see? This is basically the first ever radio to have Skyward, actually, I think. I'm not sure though. I think it does. I think it is the first radio to have Skyward. I think. I'm not sure though. But I got this radio on June 26, 2020. This radio was actually suggested by Nicholas, aka ThunderBuddy01. He suggested this to me from a listing. I was like, okay, I'll take it. And overall, just the way it looks is so weird to look at it when you think about it. But let's do a quick siren test just for the lulz. What's that sound? Sounds like the police are coming toward my house. Yes, the siren is weird on it, but overall, it's very interesting. The one thing I do not like about it, it's just the antenna, though, is Nicholas can agree on me. He can vouch for me on the antenna. It is not okie dokie. But besides all that, there's really not much about it except the display and the siren sound cool, and it has AM and FM, obviously, and Skyward features, but overall, it's a very interesting radio. You don't see these very often on, like, Amazon, for example. It's mostly on eBay, but it is something to rely on. But the battery tank, though, oh my god, no. But besides all that, yeah, that's my 519. Let's move on to my 7th radio. Alrighty, we are back, and on this next radio, this is my 7th radio, the AlertWorks EAR 10WH. Now, there's two versions of the AlertWorks. There's the black version and there's the white one. But anyways, the AlertWorks is basically one of these radios you just don't see every day. Now, I know what you people are going to be thinking. Well, some EAS enthusiasts are going to be thinking, oh, they ripped off the Emerson research. No. Maybe, I don't know.
They actually did, and Michael here, who just joined the call, can vouch for that.
Wait, Michael's... Oh, no!
I came on here to tell you guys that Season 8 is starting in 5 minutes.
Alright, I will promote that in my video, and I'll put that in the corner of my video. Even though it'll probably be out after. Welcome. We're...
Cool.
I see the playing Among Us.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yes.
this, if your people are wondering who just joined the call, this is Clay Ranger 143. Anyways, so...
Yes, I'm imposter first round.
Anyways, the AlertWorks right here is basically a beautiful radio. It has a lot of I don't even know. It's like, it's just the way you look at it. It's just very interesting shape. And there's like two versions, like I said, black and white. But then but people are gonna be like, "Oh, why did you get the black one?"
Oh, and
That's
Rip
racist.
Radio.
Rip
That's
radio.
racist.
No, I'm not racist. Anyways.
That's racist. You fucking garden gnome head ass. Black and white alert works, yeah. That's racist.
Okay, anyways. So anyways, let's do a little quick siren test on it, shall we? Let's do a siren test. It's like, apparently, also, I'm just gonna clear this out now. Apparently, Emerson Research ripped off AlertWorks. I don't know if that's true or not, but...
It's the other way around. AlertWorks ripped off Emerson.
Yeah, the Emerson was released first in 2006, and
Yeah.
the AlertWorks was released in 2014.
But yeah. Anyways,
It's
also...
not like how we just recently found out that Motorola was actually ripped off by Sangeum.
Man,
Didn't we actually talk about that subject?
you learn something new every day. Anyways,
I'm back, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. Welcome back. I got this radio on July 27th of 2020, and it was very interesting to get this radio. Honestly, it's something you don't actually you do see a lot these days, but it's just something I really confused about sometimes. Just the shape of it makes no sense to me. But anyways, let's move on to the next radio. Let's do this.
1 minute.
Oh, okay. Well, we just started. But anyways, the next radio we are looking at is the 8th radio in my collection. This is the Recom R1650D. Now, there's two versions of this. There's two versions of the Recom. There's the 1630 and there's the 1650. Now, the 1630 does not have FM and AM, but on the 1650 it does, along with weather bands and all that. And
30 seconds.
yeah, if anyone's wondering, Michael is counting down the time for his latest radio reviews episode, which I'll probably link down in the description below to support.
1 second.
Radio, I'm trying to join your session, but it's not letting me.
Oh,
Anyways, I'm losing track of time, but
And 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Has started.
Oh, but anyways, but why that's going on? I'm just gonna try to continue this video.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get this video. I want to get this video out of the way, so let's keep this going. The Recon.
Radio, it's not letting me in.
The Recon.
It's public. There it is.
The Recom is now. The Recom is basically a radio, like, you don't. Well, actually, in general, the Recom is very interesting, and I really enjoy it, honestly. It's something you like see. It's really I'd say it would be a starter, but let's do a little siren test on it.
We've got 4 tones this time.
Warning. Watch.
And my game just crashed.
Advisory. And beep. The only time you hear this tone is during the weekly tests.
Or basically other
Monthly
like,
test.
alerts below advisory.
Advisory is basically like you saw in my recent video, the child abduction emergency here in Illinois, which was really interesting. But yeah, the Recom, as I'm aware of, I think some people own the Recom R1650, if I'm correct.
MBN.
I really don't know what else to talk about except AM and FM is really good on this. It also can store up memories, a memory of logs like old, EAS logs, all that stuff, and it's like the Sangeum basically over there. But besides all
Radio,
that,
it's legitimately not letting me in. Are
Hey,
you on the
it's-
North American server?
but anyways,
yeah.
I'm gonna hurry
It's
up
not
and
letting me in.
I'm gonna cut this off. We're gonna move on to the next radio right now. All right, so next radio we have in my collection, I have. Well, actually, this is my 9th radio. This is the Midland 74-200, and when you look at this radio, it's just, what the actual fuck is this? It doesn't even look like a radio at first, because to me it looked like an alarm clock when I got it, if I'm honest with you. But I got this on, I think, August 29th, 2020. This radio, I have no words for it. It does not have a alert test or anything, but it's very interesting. It's also antique, you could say. Out of all the people, I think... Actually, no, I think the only people I know that also have the 74-200 is Michael and Nicholas.
Yeah, I have the 74-200. It's a pretty good radio, if I'm honest.
It's also very antique.
And SBC Cranford also has this model,
Yes,
even though
does.
he's not an EVR.
Yeah, that'd be cool if he was, but anyways.
That would be super interesting.
Yeah, shout out to SBC Cranford. Anyways,
He's basically the OG of the EAS community.
yeah. Besides all that, there's really not much to talk about the 74-200, except it's just cool. It's just cool looking at it. But let's just move on to the next radio. Alright, this is my 10th radio. This is personally a radio I really wanted to get, but at the same time I don't really know anymore, but this is the Radio Shack 12-260, and unfortunately I could not plug it in or anything and tried to get it to work, but it is still working, but it's temporarily out of service right now. I got this radio around September 9th of 2020, and it
Why
does...
can't I connect?
Now, it does not have save detection, but it has a screen, and according to Michael, it doesn't even be declared a radio. Actually, even though it's actually a good radio in my opinion. So I'm trying not to laugh at this, but Michael really hates the 260 because it doesn't have save detection, but it has a screen on it. Which means this radio has 1050 hertz tones only. So
Detection.
basically that it's easy to pick up.
1050 hertz detection with a fucking screen for no reason.
It just puts the clock. Now, if it would display the AM and FM frequencies, then I could accept it. But no, they just add in the time.
Yeah, that made no sense. Yeah, funny fact about when I got this radio first hit, I thought the alarm time was actually the time for the radios in general, but then I realized it was frozen. I'm like, wait, what did I do wrong? Then I realized, oh shit, and I put it in the wrong speed. But the recon, not the oh god damn it. I did a butcher. Okay, let's do. Okay. So now the recon is now the Radio Shack. Oh my god. Okay. But anyways, the Radio Shack 12-260 is actually a really reliable radio if you don't have a save detection. But actually, you can also pick up alerts that you don't see often, like flash flood watch and all that stuff in my area, basically. But it's rare to. I don't know. The siren down there just sounds so weird. It sounds like an overused telephone.
Sounds like
Sounds like a telephone, but there's really not much else to describe it except it's really a reliable radio.
Oh my god, who's sharing the screen this time?
In my opinion, but all that, let's move on to the next radio.
Oh, it's Nicholas.
Here we go. Alright, we are now on the 11th radio of my collection. Now this radio I got on... I'm trying to catch my breath, hold on. I got this radio on September 18th, 2020, and this radio I'm talking about in particular is is one of Michael's favorites. This is the Eton Zone Guard. I don't know why he says it's haunted. I think it's perfectly fine. But yes, we are on the Eton Zone Guard.
Wait, Nicholas, how'd you get the SMG4 physics gun skin?
I have no clue, to be honest.
There's gonna be a lot of bloopers in this video, but oh well. Anyways, The Eton Zone Guard is basically the radio that changes the game, basically. I love the display on it. I love just the backlight on it. It's really beautiful. Unfortunately, it does not have a siren test.
Unless you self-activate it, which would be extremely difficult.
Yeah, because it doesn't have any of the external alerts or all that stuff. But it also comes with AM and FM capabilities, and the design of it looks really cool in my opinion, especially the LED and on the top. It's really beautiful. Now,
The fabulous alert beacon.
Now, there's two versions of this, of the Zone Guard. There's the Zone Guard and there's the Zone Guard Plus. And the Zone Guard Plus is black, but it has alert modules as well. This one,
Alert modules.
yes. Now, actually, you know what? For this radio, I'm gonna let Michael take it away on this since it's his favorite radio.
Oh my fucking god!
The Zone Guard is basically, out of all the radios, the best.
No, it isn't!
Michael loves it. It's number one favorite every
Yes.
time.
Listen here, you fucking Talari simp. It is not the best radio.
It says the zone.
Hey,
Says the Zone Guard simp over there.
Oh.
That one because it was given to me for free.
I
But
thought
you
you
still
liked the
have
alert
it.
beacon on it.
Yeah.
But you still have it. But you still have it,
It was a
don't you?
gift. It was a gift.
But hold on. But you still have it,
No,
don't
you
you?
hold on. You're the one who's
You hold on.
You're
You hold on. You still have it.
Yeah, because it adds to my collection.
It's
That's what I thought then.
I mean-
Zone Guard simp.
Fury simp.
Anyways, while we're moving on, the one good thing I love about this radio, even though it's on battery powered right now, since I have no more basically areas for the adapter slot, it is actually reliable on battery life, in my opinion. That's my guess. I've had this over a battery life for over a month, and it's still on 2 bars, I think, still.
You had it on battery power for over a month?
And it's still on 2 bars.
You never plugged in its power adapter?
Nope. I didn't have
Wow.
I didn't have any room.
Holy crap, dude.
But yeah, overall, this radio is very good to some EAS enthusiasts, including Clay Ranger 143.
Let's not forget Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas too.
Wait,
And
what?
he the freaking weather radio sip with over 70 radios in his collection.
Get on my fucking level. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
That's what he said.
I mean, okay, let's just move on to the next radio before Michael has another, like, mental, like, unstable moment with the Zone Guard. But let's just move on, guys, to the next radio in my collection. Alrighty. Now, these next 2 radios I will mention, these 2 are my 12th and 13th radios in my collection. One is the Midland 74210, which I got on September 29th, 2020, and the Radio Shack 12-262, which I got on October 1st of 2020. Now, I did not buy these radios. These were actually gifted by Thunder Buddy 01. These were gifted to me. Me and Nicholas made an exchange deal for 2 radios, but I'm gonna go over both of them right now. So the 74210 is basically, I really enjoy like the display and everything on it. It looks cool, but the speaker quality is just ass. And I just realized something, guys.
What's that?
The 74210 is flashing check manual.
Oh, that means it hasn't received an alert in like 8 days.
That makes
Something
no.
like
That makes no. That makes no. Oh, it's because the weekly test didn't go off because I don't know, my transmitter was down. But anyways,
Imagine having an office that tests. totally not me this week. Because Opta decided to fucking cancel their test for the week.
oof. My transmitter. My,
CLE tested, but I missed it because I got sidetracked by a lot of things, including Cool.
And then there's me when the transmitter was down in my station, where just basically, and then I have to wait for the test next week, basically. But anyways, as I was saying, the 74210 is really good, like the display and everything, the build quality, all that. But the FM, it's an FM only radio. Yeah, and the speaker quality is really just bad. Just ask Nicholas at Clay Ranger, aka Michael.
Yeah, the speaker quality on the 74210 is just really kind of meh.
It's just, who thought of this? It is Midland. They were thinking back in the day. But besides all that, let's move on to the other radio. Next to it, it is the Radio Shack 12-262. Now, this radio was basically my dream radio to get into the community with. This dream radio. Since I started watching SBC Cranford's videos, the 262 was popular for me. I really wanted to get it, but I didn't have money at the time because reasons and all that. But when Nicholas put up on the table, basically offered me to get both of these radios for me, of course I'll accept it. So I made a trade with Nicholas, and he actually currently has the Accurite 8500 RX and the what was supposed to be the Radio Shack 12-250, but instead was an extra WR120. That was, like I said, I am so sorry about your package mishap.
No worries.
But yeah, overall, these radios are really good. Except the only radio I really hate out of this bundle is the 74210. It's just the speaker quality is no. But I guess I could do a little quick siren test on these radios real quick. So let's do the 74210 real quick. Also, I like to point out the 74210 sounds like the Recom. They basically ripped off Recom.
No, Recom ripped off Midland.
Okay, true. Thank you. That's true. But anyways, let's listen to the 262 tone. Now this, if you're an EAS enthusiast, that is nostalgic. Just like the 100. That's nostalgic. Yes. But besides all that, let's move on to the next radio in my collection. Let's do this. Alright, the next radio in my collection I have is the Radio Shack 12-382. Now this radio, unfortunately, is temporarily out of service. Well, for some reasons. Number one being not enough room in basically not enough room to basically set this up and everything. And the second issue, the tuner on it. This has a wonky, weird tuner, and Thunder Buddy can actually vouch for me on this.
Yeah, he was telling me about it. The tuner is just like nearly fucked.
Basically, I got this radio on Amazon. I got it around, surprisingly, before Halloween on October 30th, 2020. I got this radio. It was something else when I got this. I mean, I love the design of it, and the display and everything, but just the tuner messes with it, and that's basically why I have it out of service for now. It may make a comeback, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's the 382. So let's move on to this final radio in my collection. Alrighty, we are on the final radio. Now you can see behind the Zone Guard, we have a second Midland WR120, but this radio in particular is the newer 120. And why am I saying it's the newer 120? Well, obviously, new boxing over there, right there, new boxing. And Nicholas, you want to take it away by why this is a newer 120?
All right, so basically, sometime in early 2020, Midland actually revised the WR120 to basically include some newer event codes, like the Blue Alert code, the
Storm Surge, all that.
Storm Surge, Extreme Wind Warning,
Snow Squall.
Also, yeah, Snow Squall as well.
That's why it's so special. There's other reasons also a little bit of fixing, a little uplift. Now, you've already heard the siren on the 120 I just showed you earlier, but it's the same siren. But basically, overall, if you get this radio, I recommend getting the newer 120 since it has the newer codes and all that, and just new stuff to it, like new.
Oh no!
And that's
What?
but anyways, I got
Well,
this.
guys, it appears that some people have made it to a certain part of season 8.
Look at a bit, but I got this radio on November 27th, 2020, and basically we are now going to get to the outro, so let's jump into it. That's it for this crazy 400 subscriber weather radio collection video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Make sure to turn on the bell notification for more videos like this. I really enjoy this video, making this whole video, but overall, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this too. And to my fans, this video will probably be released around Christmas time. So Merry Christmas to my fans early, and yeah. But besides all that, I don't know anymore. Let's just get to the outro. But anyways, this is Chaos MOX signing off with.
Play Ranger 143.
Hey, Tulari Headass, it's your turn.
That's your line, Polari Simp.
What?
It's your turn.
We're doing an outro. Oh, voice
Oh,
crack.
Radioactive Girl 00.
SPC Ashland 9467.
And Thunderbuddy 01.
Stay chaotic, stay crazy. Peace out, everyone.
Peace out.
Have a great Christmas, everyone, and yeah. See you probably in 2021, guys, so peace out.